The job of a brewer is about 10% actually brewing and working with the raw ingredients and doing the whole chemistry, alchemy thing. But the other 90% is literally cleaning. So that's where all the hard work comes in. It's basically prepping everything, making everything sanitary, using a bunch of different chemicals to clean a bunch of different stuff. And yeah, aside from that, then it's just kind of getting all the raw ingredients in order. And during the brew day, it's definitely more laborious to clean the tanks than actually brew the beer. So that's why it's nice when you go to a company, or if you can jump right to the brew house, it's generally a good thing. Basically, I'm a glorified janitor that makes beer. Before I got into the beer biz about 8 or 9 years ago, I was doing home improvements with my father. One day I was kind of just digging a stairwell actually. It was very hot. It was like a late August day in the summer, no shade. I was just drenched throughout my clothes, and I was kind of like, this is for the birds. Like, what can I do that I can still work with my hands and actually stay in a slightly cooler environment? So whilst enjoying a Sierra Nevada, it kind of clicked for me. So I went to a local brew pub, Franklin's, a general store right up the road off Route 1, and luckily the only criteria was that I show up at 5 in the morning to help the brewer, basically. Because the mill that grinds the malt, they didn't have like a big hopper, so you literally had to feed it in one bag at a time. And his brew house was 2 stories up, so he really couldn't kind of monitor that while being downstairs. So that was kind of the criterion. He had a lot of big kind of hoity-toity home brewers that came in and had really good beer and this, that, and the other. But the minute he said drop the kind of the 5 a.m. bomb, they all shied off. If you're lucky enough to have a local brewery or brew pub in your township or your county, support it, go out. It's a big industry. It's kind of like all the little guys versus the big three, more or less. So the more market share companies like us can have, it's just going to kind of, not to say the big beers aren't not quality driven, because they are. To make that product consistently is a definite science, and it takes a lot of work. But when you have an operation like this, it's definitely fresher. We try to keep everything local with local businesses. But yeah, just kind of support local business, more or less local breweries.